That's good. Bismillah wa salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Assalamu alaikum Ahmed.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Maryam.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And internet. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we present to you day 8 of the intensively intensive fundamentals of the dream program.
Yeah.
So we have made it pretty far.
Yes.
And alhamdulillah, today is the last day that I'm going to be teaching you about the ism. So we started by talking about the 4 properties of the ism. We did a number of fragments involving the ism. We did some crazy exercise with Surah Al-Fatiha. And a bunch of you started emailing me your homework assignments, which I appreciated. But actually, I'm going to give you a different email address because now I can't check my email anymore because y'all just destroyed my mailbox. But it was really cool reading some of your messages, actually. I really, really enjoyed them. And I'm going to actually take time and create a new tradition. I'm going to start grabbing some of the emails that you guys send me. Obviously not all of them, but at least read 1 or 2 of them every day, just so, you have some idea of what kinds of messages I get and the kinds of work that you guys are doing. And I appreciate it, right? So I'm going to read today from Dr. Amir Siddiqui from India, born Muslim, but became Muslim in Ramadan 2020. I never fasted in my life, finished reading Quran as a ritual once in my life, but I fasted the whole of Ramadan this year and even tried to memorize the Quran. I was looking for tips to memorization and I came across a video of a student of yours named Kurgali. I don't know who that is. She suggested your name and I started listening to you. A month later, I said to myself, I have to learn Arabic from this guy. If he teaches me, I'll become phenomenal. And now I can. But now the problem is I can't read the Quran straight. Whenever I open the Quran, my mind automatically enters into unseen realms where above every word, there's a rafa, nasab, or jar written. All the time I'm busy searching for mudaf and mudaf ilayh, jar, majroor, ism, inna. They're just appearing in front of me. What should I do? Please help. I'm not going to help you. That's what I wanted for you. So in the beginning, that's what's going to happen. Later on, you're going to just get used to it, and it's going to become easier and easier, inshallah. So I want to show you the kind of, I don't know, let me just zoom in here. These are the kinds of, it's too bright. You can't really see. I'll fix the brightness on it. Yeah, okay, there you go. These are the kind of notes you guys are sending me. You guys are just doing work. This is great. I love it. And look at this one. Some people, I didn't even ask you to memorize the meanings of inna annaka annabi anna layta lakinna la. This person made notes on inna annaka. This is Zubair Jamal, by the way. Zubair Jamal.
That's handwriting.
Yeah, I believe he's in China. Zubair wrote to me from China. And then, yeah, so, and I saw a bunch of your emails yesterday, and I really, really liked reading them. So, inshallah, I'll try to respond to as many as I can, but I will set up a mailbox just for Dream students so that you guys I have one place where I can go for all of your work. But today I want to start not with review. Today I want to start with something new completely. Okay. And then we'll come back and put everything together, okay? So here's, and the good thing today is at least there's nothing to memorize.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. I mean, later on I'll make you memorize the same thing, but not right now. I don't need you to memorize right now. Okay. I want you to say the word hada.
Hada.
Okay. Hadihi.
Hadihi.
Good. Dhalika.
Dhalika.
Tilka.
Tilka.
Okay. I'll add one more word here. No, it won't let me do that. Ulai. Haulai.
Haulai.
Can you show the screen?
Yeah, sorry. And ulaika.
Ulaika.
Hada.
Hada.
Hadihi.
Hadihi.
Haulai.
Haulai.
Dhalika.
Dhalika.
Tilka.
Tilka.
Ulaika.
Ulaika.
You don't know what these words mean yet, and that's okay. And I'm not even making you memorize them. We're just going to talk about them, okay? First thing I want you to know about these words is they are non-flexible. Even before we discuss their meaning, they are what? Non-flexible. You know what that means? The rafa version of hada is hada, the nasab version is hada, and the jar version is also hada. The rafa version of hadihi is hadihi, the nasab version, oh my God, hadihi, and the jar version, you won't believe it. You won't believe it. Check this out.
Check it out.
Hadihi.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
Haulai, rafa version. Maryam, any guess? Any guess?
Haulai.
Yes, the nasab version.
Haulai.
It's a trick question. What's the jar version?
Haulai.
Excellent. Dhalika, Rafa version,
ذلك
Nasab version,
ذلك
Jar version,
ذلك
Tilka,
تلك
Tilka,
Tilka.
Tilka, Ulaika, Ulaika, Ulaika. What kind of word is fi?
في is a حرف الجر.
Good. Fi is a harf of jar, right? Fi should make whatever word comes after it,
جر.
but they're going to look the same. Fi hadha, fi hadhihi, fi haulai, fi dhalika, fi tilka, fi ulaika. Fi couldn't change the appearance of the word. It's jar, but jar in spirit. But not jar, like it can't show it to you, but like my heart feels jar because of you.
Yeah.
Feels like, why can't you just show me some jarness? He's like, no, I'm non-flexible. Just know that I feel it inside. Sometimes you are a certain way inside, but you can't show it on the outside, right?
Yeah.
You could be the fan of a team,
Mhm.
but you're not wearing their jersey.
Yeah.
Right? So it's kind of like that. When words are non-flexible, it's wrong to say they are not rafa or nasab or jar. They are, they just can't show it. They can't show what team they're on.
Yeah.
Right? If I said inna over here, inna means certainly, but inna is a harf of nasab. It's part of the group. I don't remember it. I think
إن أنك أن بأن لك
لكن
إن لعل.
wow, thank you. That's right. Inna is a harf of
Nasab.
nasab. Anything after it should be nasab.
Yeah.
So it would be inna hadha, inna hadhihi, inna haulai, inna dhalika, inna tilka, inna ulaika. They look the same. Even though they look the same, I would know for sure they are nasab because they're getting beat up by
نصب.
harf of nasab.
Yeah.
So, but in those cases, hadha isn't showing me nasab. It's kind of like nasab in spirit.
Yeah. The
Like-
spiritual.
The spiritual nasab,
Yeah.
not the physical like
Yeah.
nasab, right? So it's nasab, but it just can't show it to me
Yeah.
because it's non-flexible.
It's unseen.
Kind of, yeah, it is actually. Okay, so is that much clear?
Yeah.
Okay, now these you notice, the first three words they start with an H. Hada, hadihi, haulai,
Yeah.
right? And I'm gonna write the word H here, and I'll make up an English word here
Okay.
with the letter H. Okay, and then dhalika, tilka, and ulaika. The first one of these starts with the,
Mhm.
which is like there.
Yeah.
Dhalika, there,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Those of you that are like from India, Pakistan, like there, there, dhal, there.
Yeah.
Okay, so here and there.
There.
These three words are pointers.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
but they're pointers for things that are nearby.
Okay.
So hada means this. Hadihi means this, but the feminine version. So if I was pointing at you, I'd say hada.
Mm.
But if I was pointing at you, Maryam, I'd say
Hadihi.
hadihi, right? But if you want to make fun of him, then you could say hadihi and he'll get mad at you and you could call her a hada and you could fight about it later, right? But the point is, officially, you're supposed to be a what?
هذا.
Hada, and you're supposed to be a
هذه
hadihi. Let me ask you a trick question. If I saw a broken plural somewhere and I wanted to talk about it, what should I use? Hada or hadihi? If I saw a broken plural, a non-human broken plural.
A non-human.
What do you pretend about a non-human broken plural?
هذه
Good.
Oh yeah, it's feminine.
It's feminine. Oh, they pretend it's a she, right?
Yeah.
So when you see a non-human broken plural, pretend you're pointing at Maryam.
Yeah.
So just say hadihi.
هذه.
Yeah, that's it. Maryam, move in a little bit. Okay, and you come in closer. Okay, so hada and hadihi
Yeah.
make sense?
Mhm.
Okay, so for example, if I was pointing at a boy named Kareem, I say this. What's right here? What word would I use?
هذا.
Hada. But if I was pointing at a Zainab, I would say
هذه.
good. Then there's haulai. Haulai means these.
Mm.
That's the word for what? These. But it's only used for people. It's not used for stuff.
Okay.
Okay? So for the most part, it's not used for stuff. It's used for people. So these people, basically.
Okay.
And it could be men or women. Doesn't matter. Even if it's 1,000 women, you can say haulai. If it's 1,000 men, you can say haulai. If it's men and women, you can say haulai. It works for all of them. Okay? So we got three words so far. Hada, hadihi, and haulai. And how did I translate them? I didn't write it.
No, but that's
This.
he.
No, not he. This.
This. Oh yeah.
And this is the feminine version of this.
Yeah.
And then this one is what? These.
These.
This, and these. Right? Two
Yeah.
kinds of this because it's masculine or feminine.
Yeah.
Right? Now look, notice. Dhalika means that. It doesn't mean this, it means that.
That.
What's the difference in English between this and that?
This and that, like
This is here, That is
somewhere else.
that is there.
There.
Yeah.
That's why I wrote here and there.
Yeah.
So all the H words are here. So you say this.
Mhm.
Like I'm not going to hold this phone and say that phone.
Mhm.
I'm going to say what? This phone.
Yes.
But if I threw it across the room and say that phone,
Yeah.
give me that bottle, right?
Mhm.
What are you doing with this binder? This is right here, so I'm going to say this. But that one's further away, so I'll say what?
That.
That. Okay.
Mhm.
So this second line is for farther away.
Okay.
Dhalika is for a male. So you would be dhalika if you were far away.
Okay.
Who is that? Dhalika Ahmed. Well,
Yeah.
that's Ahmed. Dhalika. Way back. No, it's not real. I'm pretending.
I know.
I'm using my active
I
imagination. You were immersed into my alternative reality. Okay. If Maryam was way over there, I wouldn't say Dhalika Maryam. Maryam would be like, what'd you say?
Tilka Maryam.
Tilka Maryam is correct. Tilka Maryam is correct.
Yeah.
And if there was a broken plural somewhere far away, should I say Hada broken plural or Tilka broken plural?
Tilka.
Tilka broken plural.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is why, by the way, guys, I won't go into detail yet, but this is why in the Quran, one place Allah says Ar-Rusul. Ar-Rusul is messengers.
Yeah.
What does Ar-Rusul mean? Messengers. And messengers are broken plural. The word is a broken plural.
Mhm.
So the Quran says Tilka Rusul. And people say, how come Tilka is used? That's for like girls. And how come it's used for Rusul? Because they're a broken plural, not
Yeah.
because they're females.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, we'll deal with that a little bit later. So what does Dhalika mean?
Dhalika.
That.
That. They're all pointing words.
Yeah.
Hada, this, that, those, these, right?
Yeah.
So the Tilka means what?
That.
That. And Ulaika means what?
That.
Those people.
Those people. Yeah.
That, and those. This is that. This is the feminine version of that.
Mhm.
And this is the word for those. Okay.
Mhm.
The only difference is the hadihi. Oh, hada is this.
Mhm.
This is the feminine this. And this is these.
These.
Right? In order to make sense of that even more, I say, I'll write it again. Hada means this, right?
Yeah.
You're not writing this, just get it in your head, right? Hada means this.
Yeah.
Hadihi means this also, but it's feminine,
Yes.
right? Hadihi can also mean these when it's talking about a broken plural.
Mhm.
Because if you're talking about books that are broken plurals,
Yeah.
I would say hadihi kutub.
Okay.
But I won't translate it as this books.
Yeah.
I translate it as what?
Those.
These.
These.
These,
These.
because the H words are close. I won't say those. Those would mean they're far away.
Oh.
These books, right? So hadihi could mean this in English.
Mhm.
It can also mean these sometimes.
Yeah.
It will only mean these if you're these broken plurals.
Yeah.
Okay? So it's the same word, but it changes its meaning.
Yeah.
And the only reason the feminine's being used is because it's a broken plural. Okay? So we'll see that in the Quran too. Okay. So that's hada. Let's go over it again. What does hada mean?
Had that.
This.
Oh, this.
This. Hada is nearby.
Yeah.
How will you remember that? The ha for here,
Okay. Ha here.
right? And
Uh-huh.
here's this.
Yeah.
Here can't be that.
Mhm.
Hada is this. Hadihi means two things. What does it mean?
That.
This again,
Oh, this.
This.
Oh, yeah.
And
or
that.
these.
These.
Because even the word these is for close by, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
When is it used for these? When it's for a
Broken.
broken
plural.
plural. Because they pretend it's a she,
Okay.
right? And then there was the third word, ha'ula'i, which also means these. But that's for people. So there's two theses. There's the these for broken plurals,
Okay.
and there's the these for people.
People.
Ha'ula'i. Then people could be men, women, whoever.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do an oral exercise. What does hadha mean?
Had
That means
this.
Good. What does hadihi mean?
Had the this slash there.
Broken.
This slash.
Broken
The-
plural.
No. Broken plural is an explanation. What does it mean? This or
That.
these?
Oh, these.
Okay, let's start over. What does hadha mean?
Had
That
that
means
here.
This.
Good.
This.
What does hadihi mean?
Had the he this or these.
This or these. Which times does it mean these?
These is
When
if
it's
it's
a
far
broken
away.
plural.
These can't be far away in English. These is far away.
Oh, I know. Sorry. It's like close by.
But when do you say hadihi means these? when it's pointing at what?
A broken plural.
Right. So let's start over. What does hada mean?
Hada means this.
This.
Good. How many meanings does hadihi have?
Two.
Good. What's the first meaning of hadihi?
This.
This for a girl,
Yes.
right? And what's the second meaning of hadihi?
These.
These
Good.
when it's a broken plural.
When it's a broken plural. When you're pointing at a broken plural. Good. Now you got it. Haula'i. What does that mean?
That. No,
Doesn't mean that.
These.
Again, these, but this time for
Everybody. People.
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 For people. Let's start over. What does hada mean?
Hada means
This.
this.
Good. What does hadihi mean?
This,
This
but it has two
or-
meanings, and then these, and then it
When it's a
has
broken
when it's a
plural.
broken plural.
Good. And then why do they use hadihi for broken plural?
Because it's a feminine and it's
feminine.
broken.
Right. Broken plurals are treated like a she. So
Yeah.
hadihi. Okay. And what does haula'i mean?
Haula'i, these.
Good. These. Now let's go to the other side. Come back.
Going to the dark side because we got free Wi-Fi.
What did you just say? I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. Okay.
No, it's because we used to say that in like first grade.
What?
Somebody came up with that saying.
I want to know all about it. Okay. Dhalika means what?
Dhalika,
this.
this.
That was hada.
No,
Oh.
this and these.
Those.
Hada meant this.
This.
Hadihi was also this and these.
These.
And haula'i was these, right?
Yeah.
Those were all nearby.
Mhm.
Dhalika begins with the. That should tell you it means that.
That.
Okay.
Dhalika means
That.
that. Okay? And all its cousins have a ka at the end. Dhalika, tilka, ulaika. They got a ka at the end. But they're some version of that. So dhalika, what's the difference? Dhalika is farther away. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Tilka means that,
That.
but it can also mean those if it's talking about a broken plural.
Okay.
Okay. Like this and these were two meanings
Mhm.
for hadihi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That and those are two meanings for tilka.
Dhalika.
Okay. And again, you haven't memorized these words. I keep talking about them over and over, and you'll just get kind of used to seeing them. And you'll forget, and I'll remind you, and you'll forget, and I'll remind you until it'll just become yours. Okay. So dhalika means that, tilka means that, and those
Mhm.
together.
Yes.
It only means those when it's talking about a broken
First,
plural. Broken plural.
Yeah.
Okay. And then ulaika, the last word, means those. Okay.
Mhm.
So I'm going to write these words again. Hada, hadihi, haula'i, dhalika, tilka, and ulaika. Okay?
Okay.
I wrote 6 words. All right. What does hada mean?
This.
Here.
Good. This. And what's hadihi? How many meanings?
Two.
2. What does dhalika mean?
This.
That. And which word has 2 meanings?
Oh, this. The tilka.
Tilka.
Tilka has 2 meanings. So hadihi has 2 meanings and tilka has 2 meanings. These got 2 meanings for nearby,
Mhm.
and these got 2 meanings for
Far back.
far away.
Yeah.
So this one's going to be this,
Mhm.
this, and these,
Yes.
and then these for people. This one's going to be that. Sorry. This one's going to be that. Then that and those
Yeah.
for broken plurals,
Mhm.
and then those for people.
Yeah.
When you see ulaika in the Quran, Allah is talking about people. Ulaika alladhina kafaru, ulaika humul mu'minuna haqqa, ulaika humus salihun, etc., etc., etc.
So for like tilka ayatuna.
Right. Tilka ayatuna. Very
Forgot
good.
the rest of the ayah, but
That's okay. These are our signs. These are our miracles. Those the ayah meant these. Or those, sorry. Those are our miracles.
oh, okay.
Okay. So all of these are called pointers.
Pointers.
Now I know a few things about them. I know some things about what they mean.
Mhm.
I know they're all non-flexible.
Yeah.
What does that mean? That the Rafa version and the Nasab version and the Jar version are all?
Same.
All
like
the
the
same.
word Moses or Musa.
It's kind of like the word Musa. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're adding to that category, right?
Yeah.
And what I also want you to know is they're always proper. They're always what?
Proper.
Proper. They don't need an al to be proper. When you point at something, you're making it stand out anyway.
Yeah.
And the whole thing about proper was something specific.
Mm-hmm.
Pointing at something and using the pointer at something makes it specific.
Yeah.
So these words are always what? Proper.
Proper.
Okay. Now, let's start with hada. Okay.
Ustadh,
Jawad, yes, go ahead.
what kind of words are these?
pointers. Ism ishara.
Okay,
They're
it's,
called-
that's
they're
what they were
called-
looking for.
oh, what kind of words? Oh, they're ism ishara or ismul ishara. And we don't have to know that word, that phrase yet. You can just call them pointer isms,
Pointer isms.
right? Isms, because I want you to remember they are a kind of ism.
Okay.
Obviously, the moment I start talking about status or common or proper, those are properties of an ism, right?
Yeah.
So that's why they're isms. So definitely isms, right? Now let's talk about hadha.
Yeah.
And I'll say al-masjidu. And then I'll say hadha masjidun. Did you see hadha twice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you see masjid twice?
Yes.
Yes.
But there's a difference between this masjid and that masjid. What's the difference?
One
The
has a
al.
tanween.
One
The-
has a tanween. Yeah.
One has al,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and al doesn't like tanween, so the
Yeah.
tanween said
Yeah.
bye.
Yeah. See you
This one doesn't have al, so the tanween came back and said hi.
later. Yeah.
Okay.
Sort
Now.
it out.
In both of them, there was a pointer in the beginning.
Yes.
What does hadha mean?
Has
This masjid.
this.
This,
Oh, yeah,
just
that.
this, right? Now listen carefully. This is gonna blow your mind. This is gonna blow your mind. Get it? This is gonna. Okay.
Yes.
This masjid. This is a masjid. Forget about the Arabic for a moment. What's the difference between this masjid and this is a masjid? Is there a difference?
Yeah.
Which one of these is actually a full sentence?
This is
Yeah,
a masjid.
masjid.
Yeah, if you say this masjid, like if I came up to you and said this masjid
You don't know what I'm
and then
saying.
walked away.
Yeah.
What about this masjid? Because it's not a sentence.
Yeah.
It's partial information,
Mm-hmm.
right? So here's the thing. You can use the word this to make a sentence with is,
Mm-hmm.
and you can use the word this to make a fragment.
Yeah.
A fragment means it's not a total sentence, and it's
Yeah.
kind of half an idea,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not a full sentence,
Yeah.
right? The Arabs figured out at a barbecue a long time ago.
This barbecue, guys, it was like 50 hours. I swear, it's like 3 days long.
Maybe there were multiple barbecues. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Okay, so this was a pretty long barbecue. I got to come up with something else. So at this barbecue, they decided that if there's an al on it, you know how al doesn't like
Then
tanween?
yeah.
They said al also hates is.
Mm.
Al also hates what?
Is
So if there's a pointer and there's an al after it, we're just going to get rid of the is. Okay?
yeah.
And we're just going to translate it as what? This masjid. And if you see a pointer and you see anything other than al, anything else, we should put an is there. What do you guys think? Like, yeah. So, which one of these means this masjid? Which one of these means this is a masjid?
This
Which one do you get rid of the is?
The first one.
the first
Yes, al gets rid of the is.
yes.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And without the al, the is
It's going.
comes back.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Comes back. Okay, so what about this? This is in the Quran. هذا كتاب. Should I translate this? This is an ayah, part of an ayah of the Quran.
Mhm.
Should I translate this as this book or this is a book?
This
This
is no. This is a book.
Why?
There's no al.
Oh yeah.
Correct. When there's no al between the two,
Uh-huh.
then the is comes back.
Yeah.
The is invisible,
Mm-hmm.
just like the of was invisible.
Yeah.
Remember? The mudaf and mudaf ilayh are there next to each other, and we have to stick an of in English.
Yeah.
But the Arabs don't have of.
Oh,
Okay? So hada kitabun, this is a
book.
book. Okay?
Wow. Okay, you guys, we just translated another like
Piece of
part.
an ayah.
Yeah.
هذا القرآن وأوحي إلي هذا القرآن.
So there's an al. So I already know there's no is.
So how do you translate this?
This Quran.
This Quran. This Quran. Oh, sorry. أولئك كسرة. أولئك oh, let's just say هم المتقون. Okay. My question is, should I put is here or no? Ulaika is the pointer.
Yeah.
Because any of those 6 words, hada, hadihi, haula'i, dhalika, tilka, ulaika, any of those, same rule.
Yeah.
If there's an al,
Mhm.
can't have is.
Yeah.
Should I have an is?
Yes.
Yeah, but somebody might say, but Ustadh, there's the al here, right here. Yeah, but it's not right after. If it's not right after,
You can.
put the is there.
Oh,
If it's right after,
don't put.
don't put the is there. Get rid of it. Got it?
Got it.
Okay. Let's look at some exercises. Page.
Man, I remember this.
So we have a question on
That page.
whether in dhalika and hadihi, for example, are those last letters pronouns?
Not yet. I won't tell you that yet. I want you to not cry at home during this crisis. You can't even you have to socially distance and not find someone's shoulder to cry on. So some of those answers, I have the answer, but if I give you that answer right now, it will hurt your feelings. Also, understand something about rules and manners in this class. Let me tell you something, because I'm teaching online, so I'm teaching to a camera and Jawad's wonderful voice, and then later on your comments. And these 2 kids are in front of me. But my rule in the class is sometimes some of you ask a question that is advanced, right? And the answer of it is advanced. And you personally may be advanced. If I answer that question right now, the rest of the 57,000 people are going to be like,
What that
I
mean?
quit. I feel so dumb right now because this person asked such an advanced question. I don't even know what the question means. Forget about the answer. So I'm just going to go back to cutting cucumbers or whatever. In other words, as a matter of courtesy, when you ask questions that are more advanced, and sometimes you actually ask a question and it's relevant and you're not advanced, but you're super smart. So you thought ahead and you came up with a question. You noticed something and you came up with a question, but the answer is going to be advanced. And if the answer is going to be advanced, I won't answer it. I'll answer it when you're ready for the advanced. Or you can email me and say, hey, Ustadh, this may be more advanced for the class, but I wanted to ask you this. And I will absolutely take those kinds of questions. I'm also thinking after this intensive is over, what I'm going to do is, because before class is becoming, I thought I'll give you guys a review session or open QA before class. That's becoming more and more difficult just because of logistics and me getting here and stuff. So I'll probably open up the open QA for any questions, like advanced questions, super beginner questions, not life questions. Like I feel sad. What should I do? Not those questions, but I feel sad about the harf of jar. Yeah, those questions I'll take. So we'll institute something inshallah ta'ala when once the intensive is over for dream students. But anyway, for now, bear with me. And yeah, some of those questions like you asked, is there a pointer or is there a pronoun inside these pointers? Yeah, there's an answer to that question, but it'll mess you up right now. It's going to sidetrack you from what I really want you to get to right now. Okay. Anyway, so in red, can you read the words?
We need the screen again. So.
Oh yeah.
That's from لإيلاف قريش, right?
Yeah. لإيلاف قريش رحلة الشتاء. Say it with me. Come on. لإيلاف قريش رحلة الشتاء والصيف فليعبدوا رب
هذا البيت.
رب هذا البيت.
What?
I want هذا البيت. Should I put in is there or no?
No.
No.
¿Por qué no? I mean, why not?
Because
Because
it has al.
it has al. If hada means, I forgot. It's been so
Hada
long.
means this.
Oh, thank you. Al bayt means house.
Okay. This house.
Excellent. Now let me tell you something else.
Is it
Since
like
you brought up the surah, لإيلاف
قريش?
قريش, right?
Yeah.
إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف. And then we did فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت, right?
Yeah.
Okay. لي is a harf of jar.
Yes.
Yeah.
That makes the next word.
Yeah.
Jar.
So إيلافي became jar.
Yeah.
إيلافي is light.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have an alif lam.
So
It might be a
Muda.
mudaf. I can prove that if I ask Quraysh what they're feeling right now.
Yeah.
So I go to Quraysh. You feeling rafa nasab or jar Quraysh? And Quraysh says what?
I'm feeling jar.
I'm feeling jar. So li is a jar, ilafi is a majroor, ilafi is a mudaf, and Qurayshin is a mudaf
Mudaf
ilayh. Then you've got two words, ilafihim. I know it's two words because I remember that home becomes what? The pronoun home, attached version becomes what? Home or?
He.
Home or? No, home.
Hum.
Who is who or he?
Yeah.
Huma becomes huma.
Hum.
Sometimes it sounds like hima.
Yeah. Oh.
Home becomes home or
Him.
him. That's ilafihim.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Now ilaf is light, no alif lam, which means it might be a mudaf. The him is an attached pronoun. Attached pronouns can only be nasab or jar, but if they've got a juicy mudaf before them, they have to be jar. So that means ilafi is the mudaf and him is the mudaf ilayh. Rihlata is light
Yes.
and it does not have al.
So mudaf.
Uh-oh, maybe mudafing right now.
Yeah.
So I go over and say, hey, ashita, what's up?
Oh, I'm feeling jar, bro.
Yep, I'm feeling jar is correct. Ashita'i.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So this is mudaf, rihlata, and ashita'i is the mudaf ilayh.
Okay.
What's sayfi? I'll explain it a little bit.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about that right now. But
Man, that
actually,
mudaf is like contagious.
then this surah, it's like mudafing. Okay. Now look at this. Rabba.
Rabba.
Does it look like a mudaf?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it has no L and it's like
Good. To prove something is a mudaf, you better find a nice qualified.
mudaf ilayh.
Good. Is hada possibly a mudaf ilayh?
Yeah.
Because the rafa version of hada is
Hadi. Oh wait, the rafa hada.
Ha.
the rafa version of hada we did just now. Pointers, they are non-flexible.
Oh, so hada.
So the rafa version is hada, the nasab version is hada, the jar version is.
hada.
So the question is, could it be jar?
Yes,
Oh, it totally could be, and therefore
it is.
it is. What does hada mean? This. What does hada al-bayt mean?
This house.
What does rabb mean? Master.
Master.
If master is the mudaf,
Mhm.
how do you translate this whole thing?
Master of this house.
Bam. Master of this house. Woo! Woo!
That's hot. Oh,
That's pretty hot.
That's hot.
That's pretty hot what you just did there.
I just put Will Smith.
Okay, I don't know anything about that.
Okay, it's okay.
West Philadelphia,
What? No, it's
born and raised
YouTube
on
rewind.
the playground. I used to spend most of my days chilling max. Okay, never mind. Okay, fi
Fi
means
is a harf of jar.
good. The word hadihi after it is what status?
Jar.
Yeah, the rafa version is hadihi, the nasab version is hadihi, and the jar version is also hadihi. Good. So it is jar. Hadihi is the feminine version of
From
This.
yeah.
this. Okay. So hadihi and then al hayati. Should I put an is here?
No.
No, because
Why not?
Because it al.
It has al. I won't translate dunya yet, but let's go here. This much. If fi means in, and hayat means life.
In this life.
Bam. In this life. في هذه الحياة. Excellent. هذا القرآن.
Oh, we did this, didn't we?
Oh, you can do it again.
Okay. Hada is this,
Uh-huh.
and then we have al. So this Quran.
This Quran.
It's mind blowing. Oh my gosh.
Okay, this one's hard. We take the next step now.
Okay.
But before we take the next step, let's do this part. Is the first word light?
Yes.
Does it have al on it?
No.
No. So it could be a mudaf, but we have to check the word Allah,
Mhm.
and the word Allah is jar.
Mhm.
So we got a mudaf and a mudaf ilayh.
Yes, we do have a mudaf and a mudaf ilayh. Hudud means boundaries.
Okay.
Boundaries.
Boundaries
What is hudud?
of Allah.
Yes. But see, the problem with saying sometimes translating exactly literally in English becomes tricky, because if I say boundaries of Allah, somebody might understand that ma'adallah, that Allah forbid, that we're talking about boundaries inside which Allah is, right?
Mm.
But what boundaries of Allah means boundaries set by Allah,
Oh, okay.
right? So
Mhm.
sometimes translating this of this in English can create a confusion. So in those cases, I'm not going to translate with of. I'm going to be more careful in my translation, and I'll say boundaries set by Allah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, boundaries set by
set by
Allah. Okay, all right. Okay, so now let's come back to this is boundaries, right?
Yeah.
Boundaries.
Mhm.
Boundaries
That's plural.
is plural. Is it human?
No, not
No.
human.
Which
So it's
means it must
feminine.
be?
Fem.
What kind of feminine?
Broken.
It's broken plural feminine,
Yeah.
right? That's why you see tilka in the beginning.
Oh.
Because tilka is feminine, right?
Mm.
Even they're like, whoa, the construction people. Okay. So now, tilka
Mhm.
tilka means that or those.
Yeah.
Tilka means that or
Those.
those. Now it means those when it's pointing at a broken plural.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm gonna ask them to stop banging because somebody online is gonna be like, I can't concentrate because they're banging. So I'll be right back. I'll talk to the construction workers. But in the meantime, Jawad, I want you to see what students can suggest as a translation of tilka hududullah.
Okay.
I've already told you what hudud means. I already told you what the word Allah means. Open up page 31 and see if you can tell me also.
Okay.
Write down the meaning.
31 so far. Man, they're going like crazy up there. Other shops.
That was
Oh.
it.
I think I'm too far in. No. Pointing words, I found it, guys. It's like 31, so it's like really far back. Can you hear that?
Yeah, we can hear it.
Oh, okay. So tilka, where's tilka? Okay, tilka is feminine. Okay, so feminine. What is so tilka is? So we already know boundary set by Allah. So what do you think?
Wait 1 moment. I have to think.
Tilka. I forgot that. Isn't tilka this?
Tilka is feminine. It's
Yeah.
broken plural.
Yeah. So what's
Or
the
it
name?
could be if it was.
So this. Was it those or this?
It was though. Nee, مثلا دوش باشه.
Those are this. Okay. These.
I had broken plural.
Wait. So it's these or this, right? Okay. So then it could be these boundaries set by Allah. Do you think that, Sajwad?
Say it again.
Do you think tilka could mean these boundaries set by Allah?
So remember when we talked about hada, what did hada mean?
Hada is has two meanings. Wait, no, wait.
No, not hada.
No, hada is this.
Right, hada is this, and these is a plural of this, right?
Yeah.
But we're not talking about hada here. We're talking about dhalika and tilka.
Dhalika and tilka. Okay, so
So we
tilka.
wouldn't use these.
Yeah, these. Yeah, I think it's like these.
Let me try again. For hada, we have something that's close, right? Remember the
Yeah.
ha is for here,
Yeah, for here.
but the dha in dhalika is for there.
Yeah.
So is tilka is the feminine version of dhalika, right?
Yeah.
So is tilka going to be here or there?
There.
Still going on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Tilka would be here or there.
I'm asking, which one would it be?
Here or there. There. Boundaries set by Allah. There.
Good. Tilka is the feminine version of dhalika. So just like dhalika is there, tilka is also there. Just
There.
it's just feminine.
So
So
their
now-
boundaries.
Now, if we're talking about the plural, which
Yeah.
one is there? Is these or those? Which one is there? Does that make
These-
sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
Negotiated.
Yeah. It stops. So.
Yeah, they'll pick up again, but they'll turn it down.
Okay.
What did you guys get? Tell me.
See. I'm stuck on tilka because I forgot the meaning of it.
Okay.
But-
Tilka means those.
Oh, so those boundaries set by Allah.
No. Mariam, what do you think?
I thought it was those boundaries that Allah as well.
So what we did today is if you have a pointer, where's the pointer here? Tilka.
Tilka. Yeah.
That barbecue said that if you have al right after it,
Mhm.
then you don't put is.
Oh, okay.
But if you don't have al right after it, then you should put
Is.
is. Now, does it have al right after it?
No.
So what should be there?
Is.
Is.
So those is the boundaries set by Allah. Well, that doesn't sound like good English. Those is the boundaries set by Allah, or what? Those
are
the boundaries
Oh, okay.
set by Allah. Now you guys said your answer was those boundaries set by Allah.
yeah.
Those boundaries set by Allah. That translation is almost there, but you didn't put an is or some version of is there.
Yeah.
Now, why should we have had an is there? Because there's no al,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Specifically al. I'm not saying it should be proper. I'm saying it should have al.
Yeah.
If it has al, then you don't put is typically.
Mhm.
And if it doesn't have al right after the pointer,
Yeah.
then you put is.
Is.
So there's no al here,
Mhm.
so we're going to do is.
Is.
But is doesn't make sense. It sounds too country. Those is the boundary set by Allah. So
Yeah.
we're going to go back to normal English and say what? Those
Those
are
are
the boundaries set by
by
Allah.
Allah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Ulaika means those people.
Those people. Yeah.
Ustadh,
Those people. Yes, question.
why do we say these instead of those? Or the other way around. Why do we say those instead of these?
Okay, very good question. Go to page 29. This is 29, isn't it?
No, it's 30.
That's 30. Go to page 30, everybody. Let me help you with that.
Pretty sure this is 30. I didn't count.
Yeah, I think you're right. 30. Okay. See the first box says hada?
Yeah.
And then underneath it is a gray box also says hada.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Just to tell you that the rafa, nasab, or jar version is all hada, right? Write the word this. Woo,
I'm sorry.
this in here. But write
This.
masculine. Skip the middle column. We don't care about that right now.
Okay.
We're currently in a happy place and we like to stay there. So we're not going to do the middle right now.
Okay.
It's not a big deal in the Quran anyway. So now, ha'ula'i
Oh, like-
means these.
these.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good mouse handwriting.
It really is.
That's, mashallah. Okay. Now, these. And
Mhm.
I will write people. PPL in parentheses. You don't use this for stuff. You use it for
People.
Okay. Now come back here. The next word is hadihi,
Yeah.
which has two meanings. It has this, right? And it's feminine. Look at my parentheses. Let me try writing by hand. Okay. Or it could mean these for a broken plural. Okay?
Handwriting
Yes.
turned out better than my handwriting.
Ha'ula'i we already did, so we don't
Yeah.
have to do it again.
Mhm.
It's the same thing. These
Yeah.
people. Okay. Now the next part. Dhalika means
That.
that. And it's masculine.
That's a pretty good M.
Thanks. Tilka is that. It's feminine, but it can also mean those for a broken plural. And then finally, ulaika means those, and it's for people. Those people. That's what we did so far.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, now look. What did you write for hada and hadihi?
How did this? and
This and these, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you write for dhalika and tilka?
That and that.
That and that and then those.
Those, yeah.
What's the difference between the hada and hadihi and dhalika and tilka as far as distance? Which one is close and which one is far?
Heather.
Hada is.
Hada and hadihi are close
Yeah.
because they're this and these.
Yeah. Here.
And dhalika and tilka is far because
Yeah.
that's that
There.
and those,
Yeah.
right? Now come back to the question on page 31. And it says tilka. Tilka. Is that the far away word Or is that a nearby word?
That's the far away one.
Good, you're right. That's the far away word. Because it's a far away word, I shouldn't say these are the boundaries set by Allah, because the word these is for close stuff. I should be saying those are the boundaries set by Allah, the far away word. Does that answer the question, Jawad? Any other questions about that?
Yeah, we're getting some questions on the word the.
Okay. Why
So-
say the in the boundary set by Allah?
Yeah, and also, for example, when we said هذا البيت, why do we not use the in that case? Why do we
Okay.
just say this house?
Good question. So we say هذا البيت. هذا means this, bait means house. How do we translate it? With al, there's no is in between. So we translate it as this house. Somebody says, why didn't al means the, Ustadh? So we should translate it with a the. So we should say this the house.
This the house.
I mean, you can. I mean, if you feel like it.
Yeah.
I don't think people will think you're very normal. The thing is, sometimes when you translate in English, you don't get to translate every part of a word.
Yeah.
Translation, guys, remember this. This is important now. Translation is not about translating words. Translation is about translating ideas. Different languages have different ways of communicating the same idea. In Arabic, you have to have an al there. In English, you cannot have the there for the same idea, right? So you have to get accustomed to the fact that not every piece will translate. You don't translate piece by piece by piece. You translate idea by idea by idea. That's actually the act of translation. If you try to translate by pieces, then you'll miss the point. Like in English, it could come out just completely broken and weird.
Yeah.
And nobody will understand what you're saying. So just like we have to have respect for Arabic when we're trying to understand Arabic, we have to have respect for English when we're trying to translate into English.
Yeah.
Right? So translation is about respecting, the standards of both languages. Good question.
Yeah, because like in some of those apps, like they be translating in like those ancient like English times, like
Yeah.
we went though.
Hast thou not seeneth?
Yeah.
Is the morning nigh?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because I had to read Shakespeare yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it was the most annoying thing because I couldn't like figure out what like it was like actually.
What was he saying? It's pretty cool old English.
Yeah.
It's like a different language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was just like right now it was like kind of like weird to read. Like,
It's weird to read now. But back in the day, if you were born a couple of 100 years ago or 100 years ago, and you read that, you'd be like, "What? That's awesome!" That would be viral.
Yeah.
Ulaika ashabun nar. Jawad, you may interrupt me if anything comes up. Yeah.
Yeah. There's the hudud question as well
What about it?
about why we put the.
So, guys, remember this now. Remember, I said every language has its own standard. So here's the thing about the English standard. In English, when you translate a mudaf and a mudaf ilayh, you're going to have to put a the. 99.9% of the time. So Rasulullah will be translated the messenger of Allah. Okay? Mithqala dharratin will be the weight of a mosquito. We're not saying that there's a the in Arabic and that's why we translated the. It's a standard of the English language. So we have to do that. Okay? Plus, it also makes sense for another reason. Let me show you why. Hudud is the mudaf. The word Allah is the mudaf ilayh. Remember, the mudaf is proper when the mudaf ilayh is proper. Which means it is proper. Which means you should translate with a the. Proper should be translated with a the. But even when it's not proper in English, because the idafa is like that in English, they just want a the anyway.
Yeah, because the mudaf, right, it won't ever give you like the fourth property.
It won't. And it'll never have al on it.
Yeah.
But you have to know that it's there in English. And you have to know that it's proper anyway, because it's the mudaf ilayh is proper.
Yeah.
Now let's go to, I can move on, Jawad?
One more, if you don't mind.
Of course. I love questions.
Ishara be mudaf.
Can the pointers, the few words we just did, can they ever be mudaf? No. Never. They can never be what?
Mudaf.
Mudaf. They will never be. Why? Because the whole thing about a mudaf is you can have an alif lam and you can take the alif lam off. These guys never have alif lam ever. There's no such thing as a this.
This.
It doesn't make sense. Yeah. They can be mudaf. And also think of it in English. Think of any one of these in English. Let's say the word this. That's the pointer, right? You don't say this of house or, this of anything.
Yeah.
Right? you say, you know, a dish, or you know, a member of this family.
Yeah.
You could say that.
Mm-hmm.
So the word this can occur as a mudaf ilayh, but this of doesn't happen.
A
just
this
doesn't-
of a family.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So no, it will never happen. Is that good enough? Other questions popped up. It's fine. One thing I don't get annoyed with is questions. This is not a khutbah. You don't lose good deeds by interrupting me, and I don't lose my train of thought. I don't. If I'm giving a tafsir lecture or any other kind of lecture, you ask me a question in the middle, I will forget where I am. I will forget what year it is. I'll even forget who our president is. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. But in Arabic class, you can ask me all you want. It's okay.
He's big brain in this class.
No, not big brain, just stubborn.
Oh.
I know what I have to teach. I'm gonna stick with it. But I can take whatever questions. Go ahead. If there are any, go ahead.
Since these are isms, do they have a light and heavy version?
No, not every ism has to have that. Every ism has to have four main properties. Four main properties are status, number, gender, type. Light and heavy is for many isms, but not all isms. Good question. We don't even care about that question. Light and heavy only becomes relevant when you want to find a mudaf, really.
Yeah.
And light and heavy is for four reasons, remember?
Mm-hmm.
So, and we've done three of them, so no. Good question also. I'm going to do one more and then take a couple of questions, okay? Ulaika ashabun nari. Let's deal with ashabun nari first. I'm thinking that ashabun nari is a mudaf and a mudaf ilayh.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Mm-hmm. Because there's no L. I don't see an L. I can't.
But there's a us.
That doesn't matter.
Okay.
And then it's light too, because there's no tanween on it. And then nari, that's jad. It's feeling jad today. I don't know. You know, so mudaf and mudaf ilayh
Right.
matches the profile.
Ashab means people.
Nar.
Nar is fire.
The
How you
people of fire.
the people of the fire.
Oh, okay.
The people of the
Fire.
fire. Okay. Ulaika means those people or those.
Those are the people of the fire.
Brilliant. You translated an ayah from the Quran. Those are the people of the fire. Where did you get the R from?
Oh, because you can't fit an is in it.
Why not?
Because is would just make it sound like
No.
completely-
Well, why put is or are anyway?
Oh, because there's no
Why didn't you just say those people of the fire and said those are the people of the fire?
Because if there's no L, you have to put the is.
Mariam, is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or if like the is doesn't like make sense. you can
Excellent. 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 Because I wasn't gonna say those is
Yeah.
the people of the fire.
Mhm. Unless you're using some weird slang words.
Yeah. I mean, I can do that sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay. هذه ناقة الله. Naqa is a camel.
Mm.
Naqa is a camel.
Okay.
Technically, it's a girl camel.
Okay.
Okay. But we'll just say camel.
Camel.
What is naqatullahi grammar-wise? What do you think?
Grammar. Naqa.
Is it like a jar majroor?
Cause yeah, the jaw. No wait, no. 'cause-
Bata kaf naqa
No,
fi min
bata
an.
kaf lam waw min fi an ala hata ila.
That's clearly in there, right? Naqa?
No.
No? Oh, okay. So harf al-nasab, clearly?
No.
Inna annaka anna bi anna naqa
No.
layta la'al. No?
No.
No.
No? Okay, so it's just some kind of ism. But what do you notice about that ism that's odd?
It's odd. It's light.
Yes.
It's not heavy. you
It's
know?
not heavy. It's light. And
And
There's
it's
no
no ad. So it could be a mudaf.
there you go. And therefore, the next word might be a
Mudaf ilay. and
bam. And
the word-
therefore,
It's mudaf and mudaf
what does
ilay.
a naqa mean? I forgot.
Camel.
Mm-hmm.
Camel of Allah.
Allah's camel.
Allah's.
Allah's camel. That's right. What's hadihi?
Hadihi is this.
Good.
This camel of Allah.
So should we put an is or no?
Yes,
Yes.
because there's no al.
Well, how come you didn't put it then?
This.
You said
It-
this camel of Allah.
Oh, this is a camel of Allah.
Is it this is a camel of Allah or this is the camel of Allah?
This is the camel of
This
Allah.
is the camel of Allah.
Yeah.
This is the camel of Allah.
Allah.
Good job.
That's actually like really cool.
It is really cool
So what does he mean by like this is the she camel of Allah?
because if it's a girl camel,
Yeah.
so she camel. What this is an ayah about the story of Salih alayhi salam.
Oh.
In the story of Salih alayhi salam, his people were extremely, what's the word? Defiant. Defiant means when you tell them not to do something,
They do it.
they're like, oh, I wasn't going to do it before, but now that you said don't do it, I'm going to do it. I shouldn't do that, right? Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So what happened is they kept, provoking the Prophet Saleh, and they kept disbelieving in him, and they were even threatening him and humiliating him, and eventually Allah finally gave them this kind of a warning. And they lived in an area where they had water, and they depended on their animals drinking from that water, right? So they used to bring their sheep and their goats and their cows or whatever, and they used to drink the water from there. And then there was this one camel that it was kind of a miracle camel that Allah Azza wa Jal gave the special ability to. It would come to that same water like a lake, and it would drink up the entire lake.
That's
So that day they can't give their animals. They have to wait till the next day. So one day is for the she camel, and the other is for them. And this was Allah's way of punishing them because they were acting so defiant, right? So a couple of thugs from their community said,
let's kill this camel.
you know what? Yeah, let's.
Oh yeah, I remember the story. I heard about this story. It's
Right.
coming back to me now.
So, and kullu shirbin muhtadar, and there's a whole story, so Allah says, fata'ata fa'aqar. So they came, the worst of them came, the gangster guy came with a spear, and he gutted the camel, because the camel's neck is like this, right? He speared it from here. This is called aqar. You go from here in the most painful way, and he kind of mutilated the camel. And they were warned that if you touch this camel, Allah's punishment will come. They were told, and he was like, oh yeah, yeah, okay, you know what? Bring it. What punishment? Let's see it. Punishment, right? I'm right here. Next thing you know, Allah's punishment came. Okay, so you want to act all big and tough? Do that with somebody else. Don't try Allah. Don't test Allah like that, right? So and the Prophet was warning them, this is Allah's camel. This is not just a camel.
This is Allah.
This is Allah's camel. Don't touch it. This is off limits. This is authorized personnel only. VIP, that's right. Okay. بهذا الحديث. بهذا الحديث. Now let's look at this. There are three words here. Bi, hada, and al-hadith. Bi is a harf of jar, right? Its job is to make the next word jar. Hada became jar but can't show it.
Oh yeah, it's like
because the rafa, nasab, or jar version is still
bihad or
hada.
hada.
It doesn't change. Al-hadith means speech. I'm going to translate bi as in for now. Okay. Hada means what?
This.
Good. Al-hadith means what?
Speech. In this speech.
Should I put is or no?
No, because there's an al. So if there's an al, automatically no is.
Good. Write that down. In this speech. By the way, all these phrases, all these examples are all little pieces of Quran.
You just want us to write it somewhere?
No, write it on 31
Oh.
in the speech.
Oh, okay,
in number 1. We'll just do number 4 and I'll give you your first break. You guys have done a good job. هذه سبيلي.
Sabili.
Okay. Page 12 was feminine because the Arabs said so. And one of the words on page 12 was sabil. Sabil means path. But I don't know why it has an E at the end.
Because the Arabs said so.
Mm-mm.
Oh, because it's
No, that's just the E sound, but there's a whole letter. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
You remember the pronouns huwa, huma, hum?
Yeah.
What does ana become?
Ana.
What's ana's cousin?
Yeah. Yeah or ni.
Ni or E?
Or ni.
This
or
one
yeah.
is what? E. You see that E?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so what does ana mean?
Ana means this.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I know.
Anna means we.
No, nahnu
not
means
we.
we.
Oh.
No.
It means.
I.
yeah.
Ana means
I.
Sabili.
Sabili.
If sabil means path,
Mhm.
what does sabili mean?
I.
Well,
Wait. So hazi.
let's work through this. Let's slow it down. You've got the word sabil. Sabil means path.
Yeah.
If I say sabilullahi, that's a mudaf and mudaf ilayh.
Yeah.
Yeah? So because it's like no alif lam followed by jar, right? So that would be the path of Allah. Okay. Now, If I said sabiluhu,
Sabiluhu.
then hu is the attached version of huwa,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
The attached version of huwa can only be nasab or
Jar.
jar. Right now it's attached to what looks like a mudaf,
Yeah.
so it's a mudaf ilayh.
Yeah.
The path of his. The path of his,
His.
which is in easy English, his path,
Yeah.
right? But the ayah says, let's see, where's my delete? Where'd my delete go? Okay, I can't find it. Sabili. Sabili. E.
Mm-hmm.
E comes from ana.
Uh-huh.
Ana means I.
Yeah.
Okay, the path of,
I.
is that good English?
No.
The path of
My.
mine.
Mine.
Mine. He said
The path of my.
Mine. Yeah.
What's simpler way of saying the path of my?
the path of mine.
Mine.
It's easier way of saying that.
My
My
path.
My path. Sabili,
My
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 path. Rabbi, my master.
master.
Dini, my religion. Masjidi, my masjid. Baiti, Bait is house. Baiti,
My house.
my house. Darsi, my lesson. Ustadi, my teacher. Talibi, my student. Tilmidi, my student. Kutubi, my books. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Bukai, my crying. Huzni, my sadness.
I'm sorry for your sadness.
No, students are like, oh, it's too much. I'm sad. So I'm trying to relate.
Yeah.
Okay. Sauti, my voice.
So
E, my.
my, yeah.
And what's the relationship between sabil and e? Basically the same, mudaf and
Mudaf
mudaf
ilayh.
ilayh. Sabili is my path.
My path.
Okay.
Okay.
It says hadihi sabili.
So
How do I translate that?
This is my path.
Correct. This is my path.
Mm.
With that, take a good old 10-minute break.
Okay.
Ustadh,
Yeah.
on Sabili, how can we tell that this is not a light version of the Ina ending?
Experience. Also, the light version will only have 4 reasons, right? There's no reason you'll find in the Arabic of the ayah to justify that. So when I told you those rules, like there's 4 reasons for something to be light. Yeah, you guys can enjoy that.
Okay.
It's fine. When I told you those rules that, there's 4 reasons for something to be light, that means that if you suspect it to be light and it didn't meet those 4 reasons, then you're wrong about it being light. Then you it's something else that you're not seeing. So if this was light, then it would have been like as if it was sabilina. Let me give you lots of reasons why it couldn't be sabilina, right? Because that's really the question: is why can't it be the light version of muslimina? Well, first of all, ina is for people, and sabil means path, so it couldn't be that. Also, if it was sabili, as in sabilina, then it would have been a mudaf of something, which means it would have had a mudaf ilay after it, which it doesn't. So it has no reason to be light, which means it's not light. It's actually 2 words. Okay. Other questions?
Still some confusion on A versus D in the example of Naqatullah.
Okay, yeah, let's go through that. 4 properties of naqa. Naqa is singular. All right, let's start with status. Naqa is rafa because of the u sound, right? So I'll put r. It's singular because the tam marbuta tells you 1, and it also tells you feminine, so we got that property. But we don't know if it's proper or common. We don't know. Because a mudaf, you never know. You have to ask the mudaf ilayh. The mudaf ilayh happens to be the word Allah, which is why it's proper. Now that it's proper, you can translate it as the camel of Allah. That's one simple way of looking at it. More complications when we get to more complications. For now, that's enough of an answer, actually. That should hold you over for quite a bit. Also, remember, this is advice I'm telling all of you. Don't get ahead of yourselves and don't get ahead of me. In other words, don't try to open up Quran and try to figure everything out right now. Figure out, I just need you to know that you understand all the examples I'm giving you, and don't try to make rules out of the examples, meaning it's always going to be like this or it's always going to be like that. Use the word always when I use it, but don't come up with always if I don't use it. Okay? Because then you'll just create a rule that doesn't apply always. Okay?
Why was the feminine pointer used for Sabil?
Page 12. Page 12 has words that are feminine because the Arab said so. Sabil is one of those words. So that's in your notes already. That's why hadihi was used. That's why the feminine was used. Other question? How to write this? We'll get to that. This is the house. I'll explain that first get this. I'll teach you this too. Don't worry, it's coming. How do you keep is and the at the same time? Yeah, we'll learn that, inshallah. Barbecue decision. That's become a thing now, huh? That's good. Yeah. You won't be able to learn from anybody else. You go to some real sheikh and then you're like, Sheikhna, هذا القرار من barbecue. قبل آلاف السنوات. That'd be bad. Anyway.
Does a pointer make isms proper? I'm not sure I understand that question.
The pointer itself is proper. That's what we're learning so far. The pointer itself is proper. So if I said, this is a chair, it's still a chair, so it's still common, but the word this is proper. But if I said, this is the chair, then the would be proper. And if I said this chair, then chair would be proper. But not necessarily. But the word this itself, we're discussing not the thing it's pointing at, the word this itself is proper.
Can you go over the use or when to use haula'i versus hadihi?
Yeah, you'll just see it. Haula'i will be used for people, ulaika will be used for people, right? And other plurals, like non-human plurals or broken plurals, many of them, you might see hadihi and tilka. That's it. So don't overcomplicate it beyond that, right? So what I'm saying is if you see tilka, let's just say tilka, you might find it being used for people, like tilka rusulu, or because they're broken plural, or you might find it used for non-human plurals. That's where you'll find tilka. Break. Okay, I'm gonna take a break. But take it away.
Yep. AM Bros for life, Sabili is in idafa. Because we have an ism, Sabil, with a pronoun attached to the end, and we discussed earlier that whenever we have one of our attached pronouns attached to an ism, that will always be in idafa. So Sabili is in idafa. Subs, okay. Can mudaf and mudaf ilayh be a noun and an adjective? Usually you won't see an adjective be used as mudaf or mudaf ilayh because that's a whole different fragment, right? Idafa is one fragment, and then the mawsuf sifa, which is the adjective fragment, is another fragment. And also you can't really possess an adjective like that. Like we can't say, like for example, we can say a red car, but we can't say like red of car, right? The red of the car. That doesn't make sense. We're seeing some questions about Surah Al-Fatiha. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Why is Rabb light here? It's light because it's mudaf, and one of our rules for mudaf is that it always has to be light and no alif lam. That's why Rabb is light. For those, I'm not sure what you're referencing when you say number 1. If you can explain that, then I maybe can answer your question. Fatima, هذه الحياة, is hayati feminine? Yes, hayati is feminine because we have the ta marbuta at the end, which most of the time tells us that a word is feminine. Another question about Rabbi, why is the word Rabbi jar? It's jar because it's an adjective for the word Allah coming before it, right? Alhamdu lillahi. Alhamdu lillahi. Here we had the harf of jar, lam, making the word Allah jar. And then Rabbi is describing the word Allah. It's an adjective. Actually, not just Rabbi, but Rabbil Alameen. That whole idafa is an adjective for the word Allah. My voice is breaking up. Hopefully this is a little bit more clear, inshallah. But yeah, remember, an adjective has to match the ism it's describing in all four properties. So if Rabbi is describing the word Allah, and the word Allah is jar, then Rabbi also needs to be jar. Zakiya, isn't ashab a broken plural, so shouldn't tilka be used? Remember when we said that, or when we talked about human broken plurals, we said that there are two options. There's the option of feminine singular that all broken plurals have, and then there's the actual version. So ashab means many companions, right? Many people or many companions. So another option for this, instead of feminine singular, is also masculine plural. Masculine plural. And most of the time, when you have a human broken plural, you're not going to use the feminine singular. That's more on the rare side. So the normal case is to use ulaika, and it would be an exception to use tilka. I'll try to fix my audio issue after the break, inshallah. Tanzina, why is Ar-Rahmani singular? That's just what it is. If we wanted to make it dual, then we would say Rahmanani, but it's just Rahman, which is singular. Okay, Ustadh Nouman's voice was breaking too. I'll let him know, inshallah. Maybe we can see about that. Firdausi, we are going over the fifth fragment right now. This is what we're talking about with the pointer words. That's the fifth fragment. Human status, we already talked about. Ism ishara, the pointer words. We already said that the pointer words cannot be mudaf. Azim, sabili cannot be a light version of sabilina because, remember, the una ina ending is only used for people, right? But sabil means path. And a path is not a person. A path is non-human. So we can't have the ina ending on it in the first place. Also, if it was the ina ending and if it was the light version, then we would need to find out the reason why it's light. And we only have 4 reasons, and we've only given you 3. It's not being called. It's not partly flexible. And if it was mudaf, we would need a mudaf ilay. But there is no mudaf ilay. So it can't be light because we don't have any reason to make it light. Also, we know that sabili is not a broken plural because it's singular. So a singular word can't be a broken plural. The 5 fragments, the first one we learned, Shamim was harf of jar and its victim. The second one was harf of nasab and its ism. Third one was idafa, mudaf and mudaf ilay. Fourth was the adjective, and this is the 5th one, the pointer words. Rishma, if pointers are not mudaf, then why was hada mudaf in the first example? Remember, when we're talking about mudaf and mudaf ilay, mudaf is the thing that's being possessed, right? Wait. Mudaf is the word before of. Mudaf is the word before of. Mudaf ilay is the word after of. Like when we say Kitabullah, that's book of Allah, right? Book of Allah. When we're looking at the example, master of this house, Rabba hadha al-bayt, Rabba hadha al-bayt, Rabb is the mudaf. Hada is the mudaf ilay, not the mudaf. Rabb is the word coming before of, and hada is the word coming after of. So hada is not mudaf, it's mudaf ilay. I hope that was clear. Zain Kazi, maybe I can take you up on that another time. Asad, hada sabili. So hada is our pointer word. And then after that we have an idafa. And the idafa, sabil in the idafa would be proper because of ya. The pronoun ya is making sabil proper as well. So when we translate it, we're going to say hada, this path of mine. Ustadh?
Yes.
There are a lot of people saying that the video and audio is lagging. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. What I can do is I can discontinue it and then start it up again. Okay. Guys, just give me 20 seconds. We'll start up again, okay?
Yeah.